greatness, it's just something we made up. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is a gift reserved for a chosen few, for prodigies, for superstars, and the rest of us can only stand by watching. You can forget that.
Well, I want to be a race car driver someday. It's a great sport. It's all I've ever known, racing.
You see Amanda Sherman slowly creeping in. And the 44 gives a bump to the 86. The 86 retaliates. I love it. And Amanda Sherman just drives off with a big old smile on her face. Meanwhile,
the manor, boys.
Unbelievable.
Ask any racer, any real racer. It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
And Amanda Sherman being scored as a
There's always some basic difficulties when you're going live.
Okay, here we go. Yep, I didn't have this stuff selected, so now we're good to go. So, like I was saying before, because nobody heard me, that you can see there's some changes here on Shop Talk that basically we kicked out Terry and Aaron, and TNA Motorsports is just me, Amanda, and Jammey Walker now. So that was the speculation going on in the broadcast last night. There was two guys on the hot seat for once. So, like I said, we're joined by the number 88 of Jammey Walker and Amanda. How's everybody doing tonight after Chicagoland? I know Jamie's doing good.
Well. Yeah, he is. Definitely doing well over here. Jammey, happy to have you.
Yeah, definitely better than last week.
Yeah, it's been an up and down season for you this with all the computer issues you had going on at the beginning of the season. I'm glad to see you got that straightened out.
Yeah, a lot of money spent on this thing.
So we tried to fix that. So we like to ask everybody when they first come on, how did you get started with in iRacing?
iRacing in particular, or throughout my life?
You whatever you want to talk about. You touch on both.
I've always been interested in motorsports for as long as I can remember. I mean, I started when I was in a diaper watching Dukes of Hazzard every weekend, and ended up growing up to just watching the races every weekend. And then it was probably about 25, 27, somewhere around there, and I started actually racing on my own. Started racing legend cars at my local track up here. So, and then after I started having kids, well, that's where the simulator came in.
The main thing is you get to keep racing, so that's the big thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing I get to do is every Sunday come down here and run around with you guys.
I hear Terry Foster screaming from someplace.
I'm in my fucking pickup truck.
Somebody has no power or internet service or anything. He forgot to pay his bills.
Yeah, that's what it is. Am I?
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay though?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're live.
Oh, cool. Hi everybody. Hey Jamie, how you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going today?
Good, buddy. Good. I don't know where you left off. Go ahead, Corey. Keep going.
Oh, we were just saying how we got rid of you and Aaron on Teenage Motorsports. It's just me, Amanda, and Jamie now.
Oh, we got the front, middle, and rear, right?
Yeah, we got everything covered now.
Now TeamSpeak will work perfect.
We will.
I tell you what, the boys were very well behaved with Jamie and TeamSpeak last night. They weren't making, well, Terry kind of broke loose on me a little bit, but everybody was very well behaved, knowing that there was an actual reasonable, nice person in TeamSpeak.
Well, you know,
Hey,
I gotta do what I gotta do.
you got to change that picture in your background there and put the 88 right in the middle there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to watch the stream. See what this does.
So what are you doing
There we
now?
go. Oh hell yeah!
Are you good now?
I changed. What?
The fuck you doing in your pickup truck?
Oops.
All right, we'll keep going on.
Do
with-
what?
we'll keep interviewing Jamie here. So like he's saying he got started out young driving. That's sweet, man. And yeah, like I said, those computer issues they haunted you at the beginning of the season, and yeah, it's actually great to see you in that 54 actually bailing it out for once without something happening to each of you.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. I really didn't think I was going to be able to hold on to it. And I just kept driving away from him. I was like, all right, well, this works.
Yeah, I know you were saying that you were pretty close on gas there at the end there, and those green-white checkers really didn't help you out too much. But I guess they did because you had enough. But do you have enough to get back to pit road at the end?
Yeah, I drove it around.
Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. Congrats on the win there last night too. That was a pretty crazy ending we had. It was a pretty boring race up until what was it 20 laps ago. Then all hell started breaking loose.
It wasn't boring if you were in the back, and he is in the comments or in the chat, but it wasn't boring if you're near Hayden a lot.
Actually,
Yeah, I heard it was pretty messy back there. I didn't want to be no part of it.
I made sure I was pitting by myself most of the time because I saw a couple scary entrances, but that was a tough pit road. I had only run Chicago a few times in the past in the ASRL league, and I forgot how quick you have to, scoot on the pit road.
Yeah, who was it last night? Derek? He found out the hard way, didn't he?
Yeah, I saw him. He smacked the cone there
Love you,
sideways.
Hayden. I saw you, Hayden, try to get on, and then I saw you running the apron afterwards, and he even called out in TeamSpeak. I'm like, oh, look like Hayden might have missed the entrance. Terry's messing everything up by jumping in and out. Bear with us. Oh, Hayden, you could still have my autograph. I mean, I'm pretty sure I still finished better than you last night. Oh, and Terry's back.
Terry, stay in or out?
Anyways, I did like that new paint scheme that you had going last night. I love Mountain Dew to begin with, and I love those colors, but I like that it was flipped mostly, right? But it was gorgeous.
Yeah, he actually sent that to me. It's been a while back now, just before my computer issues happened, and I told him I can't run it until I get this thing fixed. And now that this thing's up and running right, I was like, oh, I'll try it out, see what happens.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It was pretty. And Hayden, that's funny. He just want my autograph to sell it to Taylor. Terry, you good yet?
No, I don't think he is.
If he's driving and the way he drives in the sim, there could be some issues.
I don't think he's driving. I think he's just sitting in his, because I guess there was a wreck down the road from him, so he lost power and internet, so he's going to try to do it from his phone. He said he was sitting in his pickup truck charging his phone.
You do what you gotta do. Loyalty.
Yeah, I don't know where that 44 is. He's just a no call, no show tonight for Shop Talk. He's getting written up for that.
So we were talking about it before we went live. Looks like you got a full monitor set up and everything in front of you. Do you want to run through real quick what you got to work with?
Yeah, I've got, 3 35-inch ultra-wides, just, 1440p's, and then just the standard Logitech G27 pedals they're upgraded, though, with the perfect pedal brake mod, so makes it feel like real brake. Other than that, that's all I got. I mean, I used to have some of the upgraded stuff, but I was a lot better with this particular setup.
Yeah, you work with what's comfortable for you.
Because I had the AccuForce Pro. I liked it. I just couldn't afford to keep it going. I had to sell it off, and then had the what do they call those? The Huskenvelt Ultimate pedals, and those things were noisy as hell. I couldn't stand them.
Like squeaky or just in general?
Yeah, squeaky.
Yeah, because you heard me making fun of Aaron last night. His kept squeaking, and that was all I could focus on in TeamSpeak.
Yeah, when with the headset on, the wife across the room was like, "Stop hitting the brakes." I'm like, "What? I'm not doing anything. I can't hear nothing."
That's funny.
Yeah, didn't you say you had did you have a subwoofer you said before, but the people below you in your apartment were bitching at you about it?
Yeah, the butt kicker.
Oh, the butt kicker? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we got
Now it just sits here.
So are you in any other leagues? Do you have any other dedicated nights that you race?
I wish I could, but with the kids, I just, this is the only time I get is my Sundays.
Well, I'm glad it's with us. I don't know if you notice or not, but even during practices and stuff, when you go by me, I try to jump right behind you and follow you around and go, well, I mean, he's so damn good. I'm going to try to see what he's doing on his line, what I'm doing wrong. So I tend to just follow you around a lot during practice just to get any tips and pointers.
It just takes a lot of seat time, a lot of practice. And I mean, you could ask Mark. Me and him, we started in the rookie series together. We just came up through the ranks together.
Yeah, Mark's definitely helped me a lot. He jumps into a lot of the 3 to 6 practices and then right before the races and everything. And he gives me a lot of little pointers to just, number one, learn the track that we're racing, but also just to how to keep tweaking my knowledge and the little things about, braking, shifting, and all the different odds and ends like that. Love when all you experienced guys have been doing it for years give me the little pointers to help me in the long run and not just for that race for that week.
Yeah, I mean, you could get all kinds of advice from so many different people, and it'll actually mess you up more and more. So you just, like I said, it's by your own feel, your own eyes and hand coordination. It all comes down to that.
Yeah, I'm looking at
I'm back, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, you keep coming in and out. You keep messing up everything, Terry.
Well, I tried to actually watch the stream, and I can't do it, so I'll have to do it just like this, what we're doing now.
That's okay. We got the audio for you.
So I was able to get some of your stats, Jamie, before my electric went out on me today. Blazing Pedal starts. You have any clue how many starts you have?
Through the 3 seasons?
Yes.
Well, just about all of them, except for this season. I've kind of missed a lot.
You've got a good number here, 86 starts. This is all post last night, so this is all last night's numbers too. Out of 86 starts, dude, you got 28 poles with us.
Well, I can burn the tires
You know
off
how many
it.
wins? You do. You know how many wins you got?
I'm thinking right in the 15 to 17 range.
21.
Holy shit.
No.
So he's winning about a quarter of the
Actually,
races he
Jamie,
starts.
your average, pretty much. Your average finish is a 7.07.
Well,
52
that's where I
top fives. Good.
yeah, that's where I try and concentrate the most. It's just having decent finishes, being there at the end, and that's what ends up giving me the better spots, for winning the races.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, you got 52 top fives, 63 top tens. I mean, those aren't bad numbers to look at, man. I mean, again, like what Amanda says, I've tried to follow you around. I'll jump in your car occasionally and see what you're doing, and just we all have our own ways to driving a track. I mean, I know I talked to you last night about lifting points and stuff. Well, where you were lifting wasn't working for me. But then I finally found a way to make it work. So,
Well, yeah, you can't do it the whole race. I mean, I just gave you the pointers of getting the fast laps. After that, you got to start slowing it down to get better.
Yeah, Terry doesn't do that.
yeah. Seriously, Jamie, if you would jump in my car, you would probably be bitching at me that I'm going too fast into a turn.
Maybe,
Aaron does it all the time.
Or not fast.
Oh, you
enough.
would.
I got Terry.
Well,
I got some
too.
stats for you.
Go ahead.
So in iRacing, Jamie has 1,166 starts. This is for his oval. 296 wins, 668 top fives, 395 poles. Guess how many laps he's led, Terry?
50,000.
Oh no, that's a little high. He's almost done that many laps.
Just
19,000. Yeah, 19,575, and his average incidents per race is 1.38.
What?
Damn.
That's impressive right there.
It
Very
is. It
impressive.
is.
Most of the wrecks were because of Mark.
You know, I wouldn't do that either, Jamie.
That's awesome. And I tell you what, even in the beginning, so as I got to know the different drivers and learn their styles, I got more comfortable with them. I was always nervous near you because I didn't want to mess you up because I knew how good you were, and everybody was saying like you're a good guy, you're respectful, he'll find his way around you. But even now, like I'm not nervous around you at all. Like you are just a damn good driver, and it's insane. You can drive a loose car. If you've got damage, you can drive it. Like you could just, it's impressive. I feel like you can do anything.
Yeah, that's what I tell everybody is, don't move out of my way. I'll get around you. Don't change your line because I'm coming through. Just do what you got to do. I'll get around you. Don't worry about it,
Yep, and once I finally fixed that in my head for everybody pretty much in the league, I mean, there's a few that I'm like, oh shit, they're coming, like, and I just get out of the way for my own safekeeping. But I think you were one of the first ones that I was like, all right, he's really good. He will get around me, and he won't be rude about it. He'll just go around me because he's way faster and just very talented, where even if I spun and got loose, I would trust you to hold your own and get around me still.
I don't know about avoiding wrecks. I'm not too good at that, but I just try to stay away from them.
Yeah, you had to put bug spray on. I was getting bit up a little bit. Yeah, so
I have
That's super cool.
noticed in past races. Go ahead.
Oh, you go, Terry.
Oh, well, I was going to say, I've not so much this year, a little bit of last year, Jamie. I know you got caught up in some shit wrecks. I mean, you got nothing to do with course, but it's like everything either happened in front of you. I mean, you wouldn't even qualify to get caught up. That still got you. You qualified, it still got you. It's like you had a run of bad luck a few times. I think last season more than this season.
I
Did you
think
get
it's
that?
I think it's more bad luck this season as far as computer issues. I mean, my driving style has been, okay. I just trying to get used to the car after we switched the cars. Trying to get used to that. But I've had more bad luck with this computer than anything else.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking every time I saw you had to disconnect or drop to because whatever it said packet loss or anything. But it was commendable how many times you kept trying to jump back in.
Last weekend was a different issue. I mean, I was kind of bummed out that I drove back up through the back and took the lead, and then all of a sudden I'm getting a knock at the door. I was like, "Oh, I gotta go." I had an officer at my door, so I had to jump out.
Oh. Well,
Terry.
my power is back on. My wife has turned my computer on, so I'm going to go in the house and go on my computer. So I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't echo like that, you should be okay. Oh, he's gone.
No more robot Terry. That was actually kind of comical. But like I was saying, it was extremely commendable because even I just got frustrated during practice yesterday when I forget who told me, but my quality dropped. I was blinking really bad, and that enough was was driving me crazy, and I was paranoid the whole race. But you would keep trying to jump back in. You'd run a few laps, it would disconnect. You'd jump right back in, and that's impressive. A lot of people don't hang in there that long for it.
To tell you the truth, I wanted to throw a hammer through it, but I can't afford to fix it. So.
So what is I imagine you like a lot more tracks than drivers like I do and newer drivers and everything, but favorite tracks you can't stand and you cringe when you see them on the schedule?
Yeah, there's a few tracks that I just absolutely hate. Texas is one. Of course.
What? That's awesome. Texas is amazing.
I can't get around that place if my life depended on it. But you put me on USA, you ask Mark. You put me on USA, I'll blow everybody out of the water. But otherwise, no. It's mainly the flat cornered tracks that I excel at for some reason. I don't know if it's because I got the brake mods or what it is, but I can just muscle the car through those corners a lot more than what other people can.
I absolutely cringe when Corey says, "Hey, you got to download this track, buy it, download it, and you're gonna hate it because he knows that it's gonna be a flat track with braking, and I'll be miserable the entire time. It's like torture."
Yeah, like I said, I like Indianapolis, Pocono. Well, I don't know. Pocono is 50-50. Sometimes I can do good, sometimes I can't. And then I love New Hampshire, Martinsville. Of course, all the short tracks. I like all of them.
Yeah, I just asked him about Indy last night because I'm not a huge fan of Pocono, but I've only run it once in ASRL, and again, I don't like tracks that I don't know. But I had just had him explain to me what Indy was going to be like, so I'm kind of intrigued, but not too excited.
Yeah, Indy's it can be a handful. Just make sure you're good at turns 2 and turns 4. That way you'll have a lot better straightaway speed. You can kind of mess up in 1 and 3.
Well, you'll see me following you around in practice, I'm sure. So now you know why I'm not just being a creeper behind you.
You want me to push you for a few laps to see how it does?
Yeah. I love that too. That's another thing too. Is I do like having practice where people run really close to me and get me in that nerve-wracking feel. Like during the pit parties yesterday, I jumped on the outside because I don't like restarting on the outsides. I still struggle with it because I'm not confident with the cold tires, especially when I see them, the experienced guys spinning out in front of me on a restart. So I'm more cautious, but when I have a whole gaggle of guys around me, I need more practice like that, jumping up right behind me and forcing me to have a few fast guys behind me.
Yeah, where are we at next week? We're at Indy, ain't we?
Pocono.
Oh, well, I don't know how much help I'm going to be there. My only advice there would be to get real good at turns. I guess it'd be 3.
And I've only run Pocono in the ARCA car, so I have no idea how it's going to run in the Xfinity.
Pretty much the same.
Well, I guess that's good because I've run it once in ARCA, but not good because I don't believe I did very well.
Yeah, I see Mark's starting to get the setups dialed in real nice now. They're starting to turn like the ARCA cars used to last year. And Mark put in chat that you guys have known each other since 2012.
Yeah, like I said, when we first started iRacing, that's when we met up, like down here in the rookie series.
Do you get to go to any races recently in the past, or are you near any tracks? Whereabouts are you?
We're up here in Minnesota. We ain't got no tracks up here. The only track I've been to in real life is Talladega, and I've been there, I think, 5 times.
Oh, I've always wanted to go there. We're headed to Daytona at the end of this month for Friday and Saturday's races. Been to a bunch of Dover races and Pocono races, and Pocono's not even fun to go to live. It's just a miserable experience, but I am a huge fan of going to Dover. If you ever get the chance, definitely take that.
Yeah, I definitely recommend any kind of a short track, something where you can see all the way around and watch, both the front and back straightaways. Daytona and Talladega, you can always see pretty much right there in front of you.
I just want to see it. Everybody keeps talking about all the renovations. I heard there's an elevator that takes you up and everything. That just sounds awesome.
Was that at Daytona?
Yep, something like, what did they say, $400 million in renovations or something
They put
crazy
a lot
like
into
that?
it.
Yeah, it must be nice. I wish we could just get the $400 million just to build a track here. all we get is we get the NHRA guys that come up here.
Hayden, to answer your question, Corey was in iRacing for a while, and I didn't really get into iRacing because I liked virtual reality, played some games. I jumped in his rig a few times when it was set up in the basement, but with the job I had, I was a sales rep for a food distributor. I was already driving 1,000 miles a week, essentially in 4 days, 12, 14-hour work days. Come home, just relax and go to bed. So I wasn't interested in getting in a simulated car. So we were sitting there one night talking. He's like, just try it. Give me 2 months. I'll set you up. I just upgraded. I'll build you a rig, just play around, see what you think of it. And I just fell in love with it, especially because in the officials, I got to race a bunch of Charlotte right away in the ARCA cars and was getting poles and winning a bunch. So I'm like, oh, I really like this now. But I don't win as much with you guys. So, but now that I'm in it, I'm like hooked on it. I'm like, I want this, I want that, I want a new Oculus, I need a shifter now, and well, now I want a subwoofer. And he's like, I'm not buying you anything else, but he still does.
There goes your pocketbook.
Oh, yeah.
And see, that's the thing. I don't know what to get. I don't even know what I'm using for a steering wheel or any of that stuff. Like, if I actually knew what I needed to buy, I'd be buying it and getting stuff shipped here left and right. But I don't know half the stuff I'm using. I'm just learning how to use it.
Truthfully, your best bet would be the pedals. You get the real good set of pedals with a good brake mod, so it feels like a real brake instead of this push it to the floor and see if it stops. You need it's mainly the pedals when it comes down to that.
Yeah, I think that's all. Basically, we just gotta get her new wheel pedals and shifter. But she's running my G27 right now, so I gotta upgrade her on that.
I tell you what, I hate that. I love the shifter. Like I said a couple times in Shop Talk, going from paddles to the shifter was amazing, and I'll never go back. But it is just absolute torture when I go through my pit and I have to try to find reverse, and I just start screaming and yelling in the garage. Luckily, he can't hear me because he's racing, but I can't find reverse, and I don't know if it's just the H pattern or something, or if it's just me, but I can't freaking find it.
Yeah, I don't use the H pattern anymore either. I just use the paddle shifters.
So I just
I have a
feel
tendency
like
of going from second to first for some reason. I'm trying to go to third.
I don't have a problem with that. I did in the beginning I couldn't get it into third and I would blow the engine, but I'm very comfortable using the shifter now, but just trying to find that reverse is just absolute torture.
Yeah, I've only done that once, I think, in a league race. I forgot what track it was, but yep, my money shifted coming out of the pits.
Yeah, I'm not taking that chance no more. I just use the paddle shifters.
So I did with the paddle shifters a few times. Aaron mentioned that he did it when he was waiting for his new shifter to come in a few weeks. So the paddle shifter, I noticed I would accidentally click it twice, like my hand would just reflex or something, and then I would quickly downshift twice or something, and I just feel like I have more control with the regular shifter.
That's where you got to change your settings from auto blip to manual, and that way you got to use the clutch or whatever to get it to downshift.
I didn't know that was an option. I still don't think I'd ever go back, but
it also helps you on restarts too. It doesn't rev way up when you're shifting the gears. It'll go straight into that gear without like I said, revving the engine up.
That's a very valid point. I need every bit of help on restarts I can get.
The only time I use auto blip is when we go to road courses, because then I don't want to mess it up. So I just use auto blip on road courses.
I always get nervous on restarts too when I see that first accordion, when whether it's the start of the race, second or third restart, and then I'm always a little extra cautious as well because I don't want that rear end damage or slam the person in front of me.
We all take that risk though, don't we?
Yep.
I see Terry Foster is watching.
No, he texts his internet is out, his power is on now. So Mark was right about that. So let's go over the banners real quick here in TNA, the new TNA Motorsports, since nobody else wants to join in from TNA. They got booted. So I won the Kentucky ASRL Wednesday League. I finished 11th. I also won the Sunday Dirt and got 3rd, but Aaron ruined my hat trick by half a car length. I got a clip of that. He got 7th last night after that big wreck on the last green white checkered on the final lap, and we both made it through, but he had front end damage, and he got me by half a car length. And we got honorary banner for Jammey Walker since he was in TNA Motorsports last night, first at Chicagoland. So you got a banner before Terry did.
Aww.
We're close to 3/4 of the way through the season before the playoffs, and Terry still hasn't got a banner yet.
He could probably get the banner for being in last, right?
Exactly. We're going to make up some awards this year and possibly have an award ceremony and find out most last place finishes.
He's going to get a participation award.
No, he's got it in him. He's got to get more confident in himself. He's got it in him. I've seen peaks of when he can do good and when he's not. So he's got it in him.
Well, he had a rough start in the beginning. When I first jumped in, I felt awful for him because he was teaching me a lot in the beginning. A lot of the way of my consistency on the track was what he taught me. And then he started having a ton of PC issues as well. He was on with Aaron and Corey all the time trying to figure out how to get his stuff fixed and set up right. So I felt bad he had a bunch of those issues too.
So, Terry, you guys going to be AT Motorsports next week since we took over TNA?
Terry, I just gave you a shout out. Don't be mad at me. If you all heard the way he was talking to me in TeamSpeak yesterday, you would agree that Terry could be a little nicer. Threatening to chase me down and spin me out and wreck me.
What do you mean 58 minutes late tonight, Ian? I don't know what he's talking about with that. But I also got let's do our clips real quick. Get through those for everybody. I forgot. All right, I think Amanda's first. Amanda didn't really have too many highlights, but she passed Aaron to get her lap back, so we got that. So let's watch that one.
And Amanda Sherman being scored as the first car, 1 lap down, trying to get ahead of her teammate to get her lap back the old-fashioned way. And she's been able to.
I love any track that I can hug that low line.
Tonight, so I think she's setting up right now, and she does. Way down low, Amanda Sherman back on the lead lap. I think Aaron actually may have let that one happen without too much of a battle.
Ian, I don't know what you're talking about. We start at 8 o'clock for 19 episodes so far, so I don't know what you're watching. All right, so our next one, I think our next one's Terry. He got caught up in that wreck at the end there. I think with the one behind the other one, there's a bunch of wrecks on that last lap, but here's Terry. Oh yeah, he just gets clipped there.
I was just happy to see the white flag.
Yeah.
See that 8 car go spinning right through there? I got through each one of those wrecks, and I was so happy at the end to scoot right through them. Yeah, it looks like I'm frozen on camera.
Yeah, I don't know why you're...
With a stupid grin on my face.
I don't know why you're frozen. It'll come back, hopefully. Don't do me like that. Hayden, I don't know. I'm just showing clips. Alright, this is one view of me and Aaron battling for the banner here. Yeah, I should just pushed him. I let off on the backstretch there. I would have got him. Yep, so that's how Aaron won the banner. We got one more view of that. Yeah, I bet you're glad you were up front during this, Jamie.
Yeah, from what I heard, it wasn't very pretty back there. But hey, you got to give Aaron some kudos, man. I'm sure his pants were pretty dirty after that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't believe I made it through unscathed too, because I think Tanner was completely backwards, and I saw Aaron out there. I'm like, oh shit, is Aaron gonna hit him? And then I'm like, well, it's final lap. I'm not letting up. But then I let up, so I didn't spin Aaron, so I didn't have to hear about that for another month. Then we got our honorary TNA member. We got a couple clips of Jammey Walker here. Here's Jammey Walker.
Final lap. This one's gonna go down in the books. Somehow, some way,
yeah, the whole time I'm watching the fuel gauge. I'm like,
don't
run out, don't run out.
Do as well. It don't matter. White flag in the air. Jammey Walker goes into turns 3 and 4, gonna come out and try for the race win. Look at Josh Klinger, Sam Baumgarten looking for second and third. Walker
I did not like that apron. It was yanking me back up.
And Matt Greenberg,
yeah, late in the run, it was real loose down there.
Wow.
I wouldn't go down there after about 15, 20 laps. I wouldn't want to be down there.
And I think this is the last one. Hopefully I hit the right hotkey. But this is Jamie's interview at the end, talking about his awesome TNA Motorsports teammates.
For you here tonight, because we noticed something, well, a little different for you tonight. You were down in a TNA race channel tonight. Is that something that was planned? Something you look to do more in the future? What's going on there?
To tell you the truth, it gets real quiet by myself in the race room. So I'm like, hey, you guys don't mind if I join with you? That's what I did. I just went down there and hung out down there with those guys.
So you went down there and you just listened to a bunch of...
A lot of who was going to wreck who was. I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to stay away from that mess.
There you go.
All right, bud.
We don't talk about wrecking each other.
That was basically all I was hearing is who's going to get who.
Yeah, that's what happens when you start putting banners up. So fuck teammates. We're racing each other.
Well, it's competition inside a competition. It's very healthy because at the same time, when you're in there someday, you're gonna hear us, helping each other out and really just pulling for each other. And the boys get excited when they see, like, if they are behind me and they see me passing people, they get super excited for it. But they will do what they got to do to get a banner.
Yeah, all it is all about having a good time, smiling, and having a good time.
Oh yeah, like me racing Aaron at the end there, like I was so happy they won the banner and we both finished in the top 10. He finished 7th, I finished 8th. Other TNA member won the race and and where did you finish, Amanda?
19th. I think I started 25th. So, again, I've talked about it before. I am fine finishing 19th. I had 0 incident points. I kept it on the track. I barely run that track before, so I had no speeding penalties, nothing like that. So I am more than happy to have a 19th in that situation.
Well, I did have a balk over a moment. I did speed on pit road. I think it was the green flag stop on the second stage, and it was, I think Josh Rutherford spun into the pits in front of me, and I was more worried about if he was going to come back up and didn't even check my speed as I went into the pit. So that was a 40-second hold. So that put me back a little bit, but those late cautions got me back up there to fight for it, and then that big wreck in the turn 1 on the final lap, that helped out quite a bit too.
Yeah, I believe Amanda saw my oh shit moment.
I think I do recall seeing one. I even thought to myself, oh, and I was pretty confident you were going to be fine.
Oh, he's wrecking. Oh, wait, he saved it.
Oh, yep. I think he just had a little ass end spin or something like that. I'm like, no.
He came down and just doored me. I'm like, where'd he come from?
Well, I think it was right before I think it was right before the pit stop that I sped in. You just got by me, and then there was like a little wreck in front of us. I was planning on pitting that lap. I was like, okay, I guess I'll stay out another lap. And then Josh Rutherford spun into the pits in front of me, and that's when I got my speeding penalty. But yeah, I forgot who it was, but they were sliding right around the pit entrance there, and I was like, oh shit, well Jamie got through. I'm like, I guess I'll pit next time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
usually attempt
that was
on a
Derek
track
when
like
he was spinning the pits. Yeah, that was Derek when I went around him.
a track like that. I just try to go in by myself, and I look up when I have about 2 laps left, and I go, okay, I'm in the clear. I'm going by myself. Because, like I said, we ran that in the ASRL league. Corey said it was our first race, and we both recalled a lot of people nailing that blue cone trying to get on pit road. So that was the only thing I remembered from that race.
Yeah, I think I almost got it my first time down pit road. I was hanging on for dear life, but I got it in there.
Yeah, I practiced that quite a bit during practice there towards the end, just where to start braking and then because there was almost like a place where you could pull it off onto the apron where you weren't getting sideways and getting it slowed down enough. And I got it pretty figured out until I had to concentrate on something else besides my speed. No, Terry, I haven't seen her yet. Terry keeps hitting on my mom. Yes, Mark, I will wreck my wife for a banner. Actually, I wouldn't wreck her for a banner. I'd wreck her for a win easily.
I think from what I've at least noticed about myself and about Corey, I could probably save the car better than him, though. Don't give me that look. Usually when you spin, you pretty much arc a brake that shit, and you either flip out and just let it keep rolling, or you slam into something and I keep going.
Oh, you want me to ask that, Terry? Terry wants me to ask you, how do you think Blazing Pedals have come since you've started? Because you're one of the original 185.
Did you freeze up?
Yeah, it looks.
I seen him blink.
Oh, there he is.
There you are.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
What was the question?
Oh, yeah, it looks like you froze up for a second. But Terry wanted me to ask you how you, what you think of Blazing Pedals, how it's come since you've started. He asks everybody that.
Oh yeah, it's come a long ways. I mean, back when I first started, there was some riffraff that those guys had to take care of, and once they were gone, it's just been lights out ever since. It's been growing and growing.
Yeah, and like we've talked about on past shop talks, that definitely this year the competition has stepped up quite a bit from previous years.
Yeah, I'm no longer the dominant one now. I gotta work on my skills a little bit better, don't I?
Yeah.
I think it's very healthy for competition, as I said before, and I really like having 4, 5, 6 of you guys that are really good. And Corey Rutherford mentioned it last week in Shop Talk, and he even said he used to strive for top 10s and everything, but now he said he's extremely happy walking away with a 10th through 15th with the top quality drivers that you guys are. And again, why I stalk you guys during practice. I jump behind you and follow you around and just try to mimic what you're doing and mesh it into my stuff.
It's good, but yet, I mean, it's also hard to do it too, because you're trying to do exact same thing I'd be doing and be like, how the hell? And next thing you know, you're spinning or hitting the wall. It does get kind of hard to mimic what other people are doing. It's pretty much just going to be, like I said, the seat time or whatever you call it, just the practice. You'll get better and better and better as you go.
Yeah, more driving in your comfort zone than trying to mimic what somebody else is doing, because they have a totally different driving style than you.
Well, something as simple as like the line. If I just download a track and jump in, was it Kentucky at ASRL the other week? I bought it 10 minutes before the session started, had no time to practice prior to it. Jumped in there, followed a couple of the guys around, got the feel for it, and then I think I finished 13th, and I love the track, and I would have had no incident points. I did get thrown into the grass by not this Corey, the other Corey, unintentional, was able to save it, get back up there, but with not having any practice, I followed some of the guys around just to learn their line and said, okay, well, I see where I'm supposed to be driving now. Now I'm going to get, my braking and my throttling, anything I had to do under control with my comfort level. But that's mainly why I do follow you guys around, to see, am I even running the right line? What are they running?
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Jerry, do you want to take that to a private chat?
So any outside hobbies other than iRacing or anything? I know with the big family and work and iRacing, it's already pretty hectic, but any other hobbies you're into? Anything that you enjoy?
I was trying to do model railroading, but I've been kind of failing at that. I haven't been in the garage now, and well, all summer has been way too hot for it. But I do model railroading.
That's pretty neat.
Are you originally from Minnesota?
Yeah.
You don't got that Minnesota accent.
Oh, what kind of Minnesota accent are you looking for? Like, yeah, don't you know?
yeah, that one.
No, I do have some Southern in me. I did live in Alabama for, I think, about 5 years before I came back home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a video game company about 6 years ago or so, and we had an intern that was working with us, and he was from Minnesota, and yeah, we always used to pick on him with his accent.
It's not like that up here unless you get like up close to the Canadian border, then maybe, but right down here in the Twin Cities area, it's not that bad.
Oh, is that more southern?
Yeah, it's right there, pretty much central Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he was from up a little higher than that, but yeah, we always used to have a little fun with him.
Well, nobody thinks they have a strong accent. When I first met Corey, I'm like, oh, you could definitely sound like you're definitely from Rochester. You can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, when I first moved down to Alabama, you talk funny. It's like, shit, y'all talk funny. What are you talking about?
I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I have a nasty combination of North Jersey and Raleigh, North Carolina, and they combined a little bit, and now the disgusting Rochester accent's trying to sneak in and merge together, and it's just disgusting.
I wake up in the morning, I fish excellence.
No, but again, I find your skill level to be absolutely amazing, and even when I'm watching the broadcast and I know there's going to be pretty much no highlights of me or whatever it might be, and Corey's highlights come on, I'm like, yeah, you're going to talk about it for a week anyways, but I get enthralled watching you good drivers up front and the way you guys just weave in and around each other and how you can just switch lanes and jump to the high side and then go to the low line, and you're just still so comfortable. And that's one of the reasons I'm really enjoying iRacing, because I like to be good at things and I love watching people that are really good at it and just listening to your guys' advice and your tips and comments and everything. It's very helpful.
I think you're right, Mark.
I was gonna make a I love Jamie shirt, but we were busy at work today.
Well, you'll see that Jammey Walker merchandise up on the TNA Motorsports merchandise store.
What, a new paint scheme on her car?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to stick with us now. You got your win. You got the new paint, so you'll know what works. So you got to stick with us in TeamSpeak now.
Yeah, you got to see next week if you pull a win out and everything, and then you'll see where your lucky charm is.
Well, I'm definitely going back to the green car next week. I know that, but as far as hanging out with you guys, yeah, I'm more than happy to hang out with you guys if you'd allow me to.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Heck yeah.
I mean, we got spots to fill. There's 3 of us now, so we got one more spot.
Yeah, somebody's probably sleeping all the way through Shop Talk right now. He's gonna wake up at 10:30.
I cannot answer that, Mark.
Mark, my mother and my mother-in-law are watching.
Well, if anybody wants to pick up one of these badass shirts I just made today, it says support your local iRacers. They'll be up on Savage Edge store soon.
I could definitely use some support.
Oh yeah, once you become a member of TNA, you get free merch and all that. We just send care packages out.
So, does anybody else in comments have any in chat have any questions for Jamie? I know there's a lot of heckling and everything going on, but I'm sure a few of you have some questions as well. Anybody got anything? Terry's fighting it out with somebody right now. We'll let it catch up a little bit. I think everybody was intrigued by you tonight, Jamie. We jumped up to a lot of viewers right out of the gates.
Sam says he pictured me with more hair. Try and have 5 kids. You ain't gonna have no hair. That's why all my beard is white now.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Mine's starting to get a little white, but I don't have any kids. I just have 3 dogs, and I got her over there. That's what's doing it.
Mark wants to know.
Do you know that there's been 185 people that have come through Blazing Pedals?
185? Well, I haven't noticed that many. It's pretty much been the same group. So, I mean, we're doing pretty good as far as our group.
Yeah, it's the loyalty of everybody sticking around. Yeah, Michael Falk, we got an opening on TNA. We need a spot to fill over there. Yeah, free paints, free t-shirts would be the best. Everybody want to join this team. Jamie will tell us what's going on up front. I'll let you know what's in the middle, and we'll let you guys know in the back.
So can I ask, what do you do for a living? You don't have to share if you don't want, but a lot of people will mention, what they do for a living, whether they're a driver or whatever.
I work in a warehouse for a very large plumbing company. For I don't know if you guys got them down there, but they're Ferguson Enterprise.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Yeah, it's a big plumbing. Pretty much all the guts inside your home we have.
Oh, wow. I know nothing about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, everything from your sinks, showers, toilets, you name it. You know, all your air duct, electrical stuff. Yeah, we have it all.
Right on.
Yeah, Michael, I just have to change the track and where Jamie finished every week for the banner. Oh, Terry said they're in Ohio. And in North Carolina, Ian said. Yeah, maybe I've seen it. I don't know. I got out of the contracting business a couple days ago, so I'm strictly t-shirt guy now. Yeah, hung up my tool belt, not working on the foreclosed houses anymore, so yep, just doing t-shirts, and we're getting an embroidery machine in here middle of next month. It should be delivered, so that's gonna be fun to learn.
Middle of this month.
Oh yeah, it's August now.
Those machines ain't cheap.
No, we actually got a great deal on it from the company we bought our direct-to-garment printer from, and we got actually a even better, I don't know, it's not really a loan, but a payment plan thing with them, so it's pretty doable.
Yeah, Sam, big thing is going to be hats, and then we can capture a lot of the big business with the large business boys that do the polos and jackets and laptop bags, but hats is a big one. We want to be able to do embroidered hats.
Michael says some people have been pissing on your tree, Jamie. What's that about?
Pissing on my tree? What?
Yeah, I don't know. Michael Fox bringing up drama and chop talk.
Taking over your territory. You got to take your spot back.
Oh, that's what he meant. That's all I wear, Sam, is flex fit hats.
Do you have any comments or questions, Jamie, that you want to bring up, or anything, suggestions of the sort?
Jamie, you got any questions for me?
You're asking the quiet guy. I don't say much. You guys know that.
Yeah, I thought you got out of TeamSpeak a bunch of times, and then I'm like, oh shit, he's still in here.
That's what I said to him once during practice. I'm like, is Jamie still in here? I like pulled up my my goggles and I checked TeamSpeak. I'm like, oh shit, he is.
Yeah, I really didn't hear you talk till the end there. I think it was the first green white checkered. You're like, man, I wish that stayed green. He's like, I had such a big lead.
Oh yeah, just before that, the first caution came out for a wreck. Yeah, I was kind of upset about that because I was gonna make it, but it still worked out.
Maybe that's a sign for you other guys in TNA. If you just shush and drive, it might help a little more.
Hey,
Just
I
saying.
can't be entertained.
Yeah. Terry's Darth Vader impression the whole race.
Me and Aaron yelling at him for making too much noise.
Yeah, there was a lot of that going on. I was just like, okay, well, I'm just going on about my business here.
Yeah, Terry.
Aaron and I take turns with that, yelling at Terry for the background noise.
Yeah, Terry. Jamie said he'll only come to TNA if you go to push the talk. Yeah, Aaron does. Well, Aaron takes me out in dirt all the time, Sam. That's why he wants that dirt banner so bad, and he just slides up into me all the time. Yeah, that's probably what it was. He probably was chomping taffy the whole time. I liked the comment that Chris and Rick said on the broadcast there that they're surprised he passed Tech with a bag full of taffy sitting in his lap. Yeah, I take him out on asphalt. He takes me out in dirt.
Yeah,
you guys need to learn how not to do that and actually get her on the track.
Yeah.
It's just that they want that banner.
They keep asking when I'm going to jump in the dirt with them. I go, it doesn't sound enjoyable sitting across the room watching you race as you guys cuss each other out the entire race. So why would I want to jump in and do it?
Do you race any dirt, Jamie?
Nah, I don't mess with it too much.
Yeah.
Because it's gay?
No, I just try to keep my skills at one thing. I can't do multiples at the same time. It throws me way off.
Do you do a lot of road courses? Because you're pretty good at road courses, too.
I got lucky. I don't know how I got lucky there at Sonoma. I'm good at Watkins Glen, but I didn't know how I was doing there at Sonoma, and it was surprising the hell out of me. That, if you learn how to keep it on the track, you'd manage a pretty good finish. You know that, right?
Yeah. That's the tough part about road courses. You just gotta keep it on the track.
That's the easy part. The hard part is not
for some people. I think I went head on into the wall in Sonoma. I think it was like 2 or 3 turns before the end. After you come out the little S's there, I went to shift down into third, and it popped into neutral and just threw me out. I'm like, oh, what do I do? And just went straight into the wall.
I'm glad we have a few weeks of no road tracks. Very happy about that. I don't feel like learning any new ones, and I don't know anything now other than Daytona and Sonoma.
Yeah, we got the Glen coming up. You'll like that place. It's a lot better than compared to the other two.
I do like Watkins Glen. That is a fun track because I grew up going to that track, and I always have fun racing that track.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot more easier to get around that place than it is, Sonoma or Daytona and Charlotte. I can't get around those places. But when it comes to Watkins Glen, I like that place.
Good to know. Yeah, I'm going to try to start downloading some of the tracks or buying them a little bit earlier and sneaking in, even if it's half-hour practices, just to warm up to the track a little earlier.
Yeah, it's like I said, that's what you need, just the seat time.
Well, he even said, I think last night, he's like, not too bad at Chicagoland. He's like, it's definitely noticeable. The tracks you run more, you're doing better at. And I said, I'll put the pedal down harder when I'm comfortable there. That's why I love Texas and Charlotte. And, I'm not comfortable at Pocono, so I'm going to try to practice more this week. But that's what I mentioned last week. I can't wait till next year. This year is learning the tracks, and I've already learned all your guys' driving styles. So once I can learn as many tracks as possible, next year is in the off season. Hopefully we have a bunch of those fun races again, because those really helped me in the beginning, try to learn a few extra tracks before the league started. Next year to really fine tune any skills that are missing.
Yep, any extra practice you can get, especially at the tracks you're good at, you get better at them. Next thing you know, you got that one down packed, and you're working on the next one. It goes on from track to track.
Yeah, even if you switch cars too, you just adjust your let-off point or braking point for whatever car you're driving, but it's basically the same track that you're driving, just different cars. And yeah, she'll get it. Like I said, I noticed last night that she was doing a lot better at Chicagoland because she's done, I think, 1 or 2 races there. I'm like, man, she was fast in the Arcwich. I think she was faster than me when we won the ASRL, and she was pretty quick in practice too. I was like, I'm built for the long runs at Chicagoland. Like, I suck at short runs. Like, I just save my tires. I'm like, all these guys are pushing the turns. I'm just letting off early. I'm like, I'll get you guys later.
Yeah, that's the way I used to be. I used to be, balls of the walls the first lap out, and I started getting beat more and more and more that way. I was like, all right, I got to change my style up, and now you just pace yourself now, and you end up being faster throughout the whole run.
That's what basically was going through my head last time. Like, we have 2 stages. There's going to be 2 cautions at least. Even though I fucked up and spent in the pits, but I'm just like, I'll just buy my time, save my equipment until the final stage, and then just start working from there.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's seen my name pop up until that last caution. All of a sudden, I'm there. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take it now.
Yeah, strategies are another thing I'm trying to listen to during race chatter and amongst the boys or anybody in practice, because I don't even acknowledge strategy most of the time because I'm learning the track. So now that's another step when I get onto the Texas and the Charlottes and stuff where, okay, I don't even really have to pay attention to the track. Now let's actually figure out the fuel mileage and the tires. And because, like I said, I did excellent at Charlotte and the officials. I remember jumping out of the race going, holy shit, I just got a pole at Charlotte. And there's, 35 other guys in here. Holy shit, I just won the first race at Charlotte, second race, third race, all in the same day. But I didn't have to stop. I didn't have to get gas. I didn't have to get tires. I could just go full bore for however many X amount of laps. And that's, well, I'm like, oh my God, I actually have to start thinking about how far I can go. And until 2 weeks ago, I don't even think in any of our practices I would run 2 fuel runs on the same set of tires. And I actually did that successfully yesterday without just getting annoyed, resetting and getting new tires. So that I'm working on right now as well, trying to figure out strategies.
Yeah, I like how iRacing has implemented the tire limit now, where every caution people would go in for tires and run balls of the wall. Next caution, get new tires, go again. I like now that they limited it.
Yeah, that's a great feature, and hopefully they come out with stages soon, so we don't have to run those programs and all that, where it can just do it itself.
I don't know if they'll do stages in the short series. Maybe the NIS, but not in the short series.
I want to talk about those endurance races everybody does. Dave Seats, if you're still in here, I think you just commented a little while ago. When is the one that you were talking about if we were interested in running with you? I think you said October. That is something that I would actually be very interested in doing.
Yeah, it was the Road Atlanta one.
October.
You
okay.
won't see me on that one.
Well, Jammey Walker, you're part of TNA Motorsports now. You have to be in that one.
You can have the anchor. You can finish it up at the rear. Just get the win for everybody.
Oh, I get the messed up car?
Yeah, you get the messed up car with no tires.
You get it after Amanda.
Hey, I am very consistent and cautious.
All right, Jamie, she's 4 laps down. Fix this.
Yeah, fix it. Go win for us.
She only smacked the wall a couple times, but... What's it called, Dave?
He's having his own conversation with Sam right now. They're apparently best friends. So do you not like the endurance races? Do you not like the how long you got to sit there, or just the jumping back and forth to different drivers?
Me? I wouldn't mind doing an endurance race. I just not good at any of the tracks.
Yeah,
especially with the road cars. If it was a cup car or something like that, then maybe I'd do it a lot better. But with the road cars, I have no knowledge of those things whatsoever.
I've never been in them. I seem to adapt well to most of the cars since I am still fresh to a lot of them. Hate the trucks. Absolutely hate the trucks so much.
No, the trucks are the best.
Oh, I love the trucks.
I would just spin out all the time. They always felt so light and just, I hate them.
See, the trucks, you gotta drive those. That's where you learn. Just like the ARCA car, you gotta drive those things. Like the cup car, we just hold it wide open all the way around.
That's what she
I
likes.
like that.
She wants every race to be at Daytona and Talladega or Charlotte. Or Texas, too.
Hey, I like Kentucky, and I didn't mind New Hampshire as much as I thought I was going to. So I'm actually kind of bummed that we'll be down in Daytona for the New Hampshire one, because after running that in the Wednesday League, I was like, oh, I thought you said New Hampshire sucks, but I liked it.
Yep, I'll run New Hampshire over a lot of other tracks. I know that.
Corey, can you check my road license? It's
Rookie.
nothing great. It is rookie, right? Yeah, because I didn't.
Rookie.
Well, I didn't do too many. I did Sonoma, I think 4 or 5 races in one day during the officials, and I think that's the only road track I had to run in my officials, and I banged right through them in, like, what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks?
Yeah, she's never been in MX5 or whatever they're called for the actual road courses. She just ran the ARCA car when it was at Sonoma. Got a little bit of road license, I guess.
Yeah, where they were at Sonoma, and then they were at the Glen earlier.
Yeah, Dave, I'll definitely take your help on that. And that's what I was saying. I would love to buy that car and do whatever I got to do to start jumping in as soon as possible. And if I got to commit, a couple hours every Saturday morning or, Thursday night or whatnot, just to get practicing on it, I wouldn't mind doing that.
Their paddle shift.
I mean, if that's what you got to do, I would try it.
Why are you texting
You
me,
guys
Bob?
got like a wall between you guys, or what?
No, it's we're on our bench. I don't know if you can kind of see our bench on our deck. So he's over there.
Okay.
But I keep looking to my right because it's our door to the kitchen, and our Australian Shepherd is like mangling the curtains trying to stare out at us. So he keeps catching my eye because he wants to look, so he keeps knocking the curtain rods all over to stare at us.
So you guys got the computers outside, or are you guys just on a laptop right now?
Yeah, I got a new laptop because we're gonna be traveling a little bit just for work and all that, and I actually got an external monitor thing for it. I didn't even know they made those for laptops, but it's like a big tablet thing that just plugs in as a monitor. So that's how I'm just doing it off here because, like you said, we worked in the garage all day doing some big shirt orders. So I was like, well, it's beautiful out. Let's sit outside and do shop talk tonight.
Now, you guys have any issues with moisture down there for as far as the electronics?
Right now, it's not too humid out. Feels a little damp, but nothing crazy. But like as soon as we get out of this, I'll just take my stuff and put it right inside.
No, I'm talking about in the garage, though, the stuff that's in the garage.
Oh no, that's a nice climate-controlled area. I got heaters. I have 2 air conditioners going because the direct-to-garment printer that we got, if it goes over 83 degrees in the garage, it prints like shit. So I had to actually buy 2 big AC units, like the 10,000 or 15,000 ones, and put them. There's 2 windows there. Put them in each window, and then everything's insulated in there. And during the winter times, I got 3 infrared heaters that run in there and keep it about 70 in there. So because the inks can't go below like 60 degrees, so I try to keep it as best climate controlled as I can.
That's why I was
Okay.
complaining last night because the air conditioner kicked off in the in the garage. So all of a sudden, I race with sweatpants, socks, and a tank top. That's my comfort level, and it's not very confining. And all of a sudden, it felt like it was 95 degrees, and I was sweating so bad because the AC unit wasn't pumping out, and it just got ridiculously hot.
Yeah, you guys should see me sometime. Next thing you know, I'm wiping my forehead, trying to drive. It's like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, mine was
And we're
fogging
just
up
sitting here
last night. I was
playing a
pulling
game,
them off. Right?
Well, I think I flicked down because I just built my rig, and for some reason, Amanda always picks on me about it. So I have a ignition switch on my rig that starts my computer, but right next to that's my fan switch because I basically hot wired some 2 fans to a toggle switch. So I've only done it once, but I've accidentally hit the ignition switch while I was racing instead of the fan switch, and yeah, I was doing good too.
Stream going too, streaming everything.
Oops, wrong button.
Yeah, but it is nice having a little toggle switch for the fans, because I just stay on push to talk so that everybody can't hear the wind blowing, kind of like, not like what Terry does, but so I just flip the fans on and yeah, it cools me down.
Shit, I got some cold air coming from my computer. I got it opened up right now, and that thing blows cold. It's like AC right next to me.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have the size garage
look
that
at
we
that
have,
thing.
that we can have the rigs and everything in there. Holy moly.
Very be careful of those Mountain Dew cans, don't kick one in there.
You look like you're at an arcade.
You know, all those lights, they make it go faster.
That's what they're for. We got the little LED things or whatever all around our rigs, so they can be all lit up for us. Definitely makes it faster, and he's got sticker gauges all over our rig, so it makes me feel like I'm in a real car.
I don't have any blazing pedals on my rig. I got some USR on here that when I used to run those leagues, but I ain't got no blazing pedals on here.
Oh, looks like you need some Savage Edge TNA Motorsports stickers sent to you.
Yeah. Yeah, all I've got is sim seats and then USR.
Yeah, in your welcome pack that'll be coming. Dave, why don't you, can you turn them around so it doesn't blow at your rig, or is that where it's gotta stay? So he's got fans blowing right at his rig now. Yeah, we put right in front of Amanda's rig is one of the air conditioners, and sometimes if it gets a little chilly at night, that thing blows right out, and I'm like, ooh, it's getting a little cold in here.
Yeah, as I said, as I feel from mine, I feel a lot of air come out. I was like, there ain't no way it's overheating because that's cold.
It is fun when I kick on the fans though, because if I can feel the wind, I can feel the draft at that point.
I remember when we only had, I think, one, maybe two heaters. It's a large garage. In the garage when I first started racing, and again, I wear tank tops. I don't like sleeves when I'm driving. It's confining. And I was literally shivering run one race. It was snowing so bad. It was like -5 degrees out. And, we have an old window right in front of my rig. And
Aren't you guys in the Carolinas?
No, we're in
upstate New York.
Oh, okay. Well, so you guys get
Yeah.
some of the snow like we get up here then. Okay.
Oh, we get lots of snow. We get lake effect. We get about 2 to 3 feet every year.
Yeah, we're about a mile and a half off of Lake Ontario between Rochester and Syracuse. So when they'll get 2 inches in Rochester, we'll just get dumped on nonstop, and we're like, oh, I guess we're not going anyplace today.
Yeah, lake effect's really
we don't
bad
get the
here.
lake effect. We just get that extreme cold, that 30 and 40 below crap.
Yeah, we don't get it that cold. We'll get, we had one year where it was just a whole stretch of ice nonstop for forever. But when we get snow, we get some snow, and it's really obnoxious. I hate snow so much.
Yeah, Dave, you'll be loving that during wintertime. Oh, sorry.
Well,
There's a dog.
it's not our
I'm
dogs.
surprised you ain't seen my son come running down his
I actually,
Daddy.
I saw him. I think when we first saw him, I saw him like peek around the edge of your monitor. He was just standing there, and then he went back.
Yeah, that was my daughter, my younger daughter, but my son.
I thought
somewhere
I
up
saw a
there.
little girl.
I saw somebody. I didn't see exactly who.
I've been hollering for him to tell him to come down here, but he ain't coming down here. He's up there watching YouTube or something.
Oh, my black lab sees a beetle walking across the deck. That's his problem.
Yeah, that's our deal here. Is we got 3 dogs, and you're pretty much just keeping track of who's where. Nobody's eating anything or having a problem someplace.
You're right, Dave. It will look a lot cooler. We're almost there, buddy. We're getting close. Well, all of you done this week. Don't worry.
If Corey doesn't answer one of you guys in a reasonable amount of time, send me a message, and we'll get you squared away with the information you need on any graphics or apparel.
Hey.
He doesn't always check his email very well, but whether it's in Discord or email or Facebook or whatever, if you're looking for something or just want some info on it, throw me a message.
Well, like I said, no. Basically, what I was doing before, I was doing contracting on foreclosed houses, then coming home, then doing all the graphic stuff. So I pushed a lot of graphic stuff off because I was a little beat after doing roofs and fixing shit all day on these foreclosed houses. So I ended up quitting that a couple days ago. So I'm full Savage Edge t-shirt guy, like I said. Graphics guy.
And now I can do my job. I'm a salesperson. I'm gonna go out tomorrow and start talking to people. I don't mind production. I don't mind being in the garage working all day, but I'm a salesperson and I want to go out and talk to people and sell product.
Corey, that's not fair. I don't smoke in the house.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You are a smoker. I was trying not to smoke, so I didn't bother you. That's why we're outside as well. We're in production on a 200 shirt order, so we're trying not to smoke in the garage because we don't want our product to smell. So it's like, oh, another reason to sit on the deck so we can smoke.
Yep, I was the same way. It's like I don't want the house to smell, so I'll go outside.
Another reason, even before we went full bore with the t-shirts and Savage Edge, to put a heater in the garage so we could actually have a place that wasn't freezing to go smoke cigarettes.
I know all too well.
But I do like doing it outside when it's beautiful out. I mean, I was hoping this laptop would work for that, and it's been doing pretty good. So I do like it sitting out here more than in the garage, since we're in the garage for 10 hours today doing t-shirts.
Yeah, it's doing a lot better than Terry's phone was, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, that's what happens when you have a cricket phone like Terry. Oh yeah, I don't know if anybody caught that on was it Saturday night? Yeah, it was Saturday night. Me, Sam, Ian, and Dalton were actually playing Halo, and I was actually outside sitting here playing Halo for till I think 1 in the morning we played.
Hey, you're lucky you got a gamer next to you. I can't get away with that. Why don't you spend time with me? It's like, okay.
That's how it was prior, and then he's like, "You will like it. You will like it. Just try it," because he knows I love video games, and I'm not a huge Halo person, but I sat there and I watched them all night, had my headset on, laughing at them, cussing each other out, and joining in on the conversation. But I didn't think I was gonna like it, and he muscled me into it. So you never know.
You got to tell me how you did that.
Well, basically the offer I did for her was, I will pay for what I told her, like 3 months. I'm like, I'll pay your subscription because you get the 50% off for the first year. I'm like, I'll pay your subscription for the year. If it doesn't work out, I can just use it for like a streaming account and all that. I'm like, I'll buy you all your tracks, all your cars. I'm like, you just give me 3 months. I'm like, do it, I'll help you. And when she first started and like rookie and all that, like I was spotting for her and all that during the street stocks because she was just doing oval. And it's like, give me 3 months, and like if you don't like it, I won't ask you again. And I think within 2 weeks, she's like, you gotta stop for me.
Yeah, I was doing it like 4 or 5 nights a week at that point, and then Mark suggested the Ladies of iRacing. I jumped into that Saturday night league, and I would scan the officials, going, "Ooh, I want to do that one. I want to do this one. How many days is this left up in the officials? I really like this track," and it became almost obsessive.
Well, then the talk came in. I'm like, you can join Blazing Pedals. I'm like, I will buy your number for you. So I bought the number 8 for her. I was like, but you have to get up to a C level before you can get in there. And oh, she worked her ass off to get to C.
That's cool though. I like that. That's awesome.
It's fun, and like we've got other games we play together. Like I'm waiting on our play night with Sam for Tropico 6. I love those stupid games too that have no anxiety, no stress to it. You're just building islands and armies and stuff. And virtual reality games, there's a bunch of them. Our Oculus is set up in the garage too, where we can play all the VR games and the haunted houses and all that stuff. And there's a lot of different games that I enjoy. There's a ton of games on my phone. And I just fought this one for so long, and I had the same mentality. I'm like, this stupid iRacing garbage, you never want to hang out, we never have time together. And he's like, well, just try it, maybe you'll like it. And it worked, and I'm like, Jesus, I wish I didn't fight it for so long. I jumped in it when he first set it up, like a year or two, maybe 2 years ago, when it was in the basement. Jumped in Charlotte, I think, which was the funny part. I'm like, oh, that was fun. But then he put me on a track that I kept crashing, and I have no idea what it was. I'm like, this game's stupid, I don't want to play it anymore.
She's like, I don't want to break. This is dumb. So she mostly did at the start before I made that offer to her. She was just doing like Daytona Talladegas and stuff. I'm like, here, jump in here real quick and do this.
Yeah, try use another pedal. See what that does.
Nope, she didn't like the brake.
No, but I've always liked video games. I grew up, my brother, my dad, like, I remember watching my dad play Super Mario Brothers beginning to end on the couch and just sitting there watching him. My older brother playing games. I'd go sit in his room. What are you playing, Rob? I want to watch. And I've always loved watching people play games. I have my favorite games, but even now when I'm not racing in the dirt league or whatever other leagues he might be in or playing around, I'll sit there and watch him, especially when he's streaming, and it's a ton of fun. It's better than just regular monotonous TV that there is nowadays.
Yeah, it's the same old bull crap you see on TV every day. Who's got this and who's got that and where this is going. Yep, I know all about that.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we really don't even watch the news anymore. We just watch Netflix or HBO Max and race and stream.
I remember during COVID, I was like, I knew about Red Dead Redemption and all that, and I'm like, maybe I'll try it. I think it was winter time or something. It was snowing. We couldn't go do anything, and I think he was racing in the garage or something. I'm like, I'm going to play this Red Dead Redemption. And, like, he came in, like, 8 hours later, and I'm just sprawled out with, like, candy wrappers every place. Just, like, I forgot to feed the dogs. I didn't let them out all day long. I'm like, I'm just riding this fucking horse around all day, but I can't stop playing it. I don't know why.
It's like, I gotta rob this train. I gotta go feed the dogs. I'm like, what?
I don't know if I have anything else. I don't know. You got anything fun?
No, I mean, we've been going our hour and a half here, so that's where we usually cut it off. And been a great interview, Jamie, and like to personally welcome you to TNA Motorsports.
I appreciate you guys having me on here. I definitely got my Monday turned around, right? So yeah, I'll definitely hang out with you guys more often.
Oh yeah, like we said, you're welcome anytime, and we'll talk about that care package that we're gonna send you with all the stickers and T-shirts and hoodies and.
Yeah, I don't know about keeping the hoodies. The wife will steal those from me, but maybe the T-shirts I can get away with those.
Hey, we'll send her some too.
Yeah, the kids will need some. We do youth sizes, all that.
That's awesome.
Once you're part of TNA, you're part of the family. Oh,
definitely, Dave. I'll throw you a message.
Yeah, you got a date with Dave now. Taylor better not be watching Dave. All right, everybody. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up here. Like I said, this is the new TNA Motorsports you're seeing right in front of you. Terry and Aaron, they got booted out because I guess Aaron overslept and Terry's got his Obama phone and he doesn't got any. He's got power now, but no internet. But I'd like to thank Jamie again for coming on. It was a great time with you, man. And
yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys.
So next week, I believe, is Five Kings night we're doing here. I think Tanner and Michael are coming on next week. I'll have to check the schedule, but I'm pretty sure it's Five Kings. And then the week after that is Ian and possibly his dad. Ian's a definite. We don't know if his dad, Tim's, going to get in or not. So we were talking
They've
about
got to do it together. They're a pair. They've got to do it together.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Right?
It'd be more funny. It's funny, like when Dalton's dad was picking on him when he was in here.
He tried to taser him. I wish he did. It would have been even funnier. But
So thanks for everybody that tuned in. I saw. Let's see, we got Sam, Dave, Michael, Mark, Terry, Ian, my mom, John Perkins.
my mom.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't go up any higher than that.
A bunch of my other friends, Chris, Sam,
Chris
Shirley
and Rick.
jumped in.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it, and we will see you guys next week after Pocono, so that should be fun. I love Pocono. Amanda doesn't, and Jamie said he doesn't like it either, so we'll see how he does too. He'll probably win it.
That's what I say about all of them, right?
Yeah, he's gonna let us know what's going on in the front of the pack. All right, we will see you guys next Monday at 8 o'clock, Ian. We don't start at 7, we start at 8 every time. So see you guys at 8 o'clock next Monday. And we're off.